Hey everybody, this is Alzorath, and welcome to Don't Wake the Queen. It's the game about protecting a cat using incremental tower defense goodness. Two genres that I particularly enjoy. We're going to actually move that to the right there. And let's go ahead and we're going to have to kill it with our cursor, unfortunately, because that's what we start with. We don't start with towers. Who do you think we are? Some rich bumpkins who actually get bonuses? Never! No, we're going to actually have to start your reign, and we're going to go ahead and get an archer and a peasant. Just to get a little bit better income. So, archer right there, and we go ahead and start. And it looks like I did actually do a bit of a run of this already for about like 20-30 minutes before I realized it wasn't actually capturing the screen properly. That kind of sucked, but it happens with Godot games for some reason. I don't know what it is. It's only some of them. But it is a fairly consistent thing with Godot. That said, Godot is still one of the engines I would recommend the most to anyone looking to get into game dev. I can work around that. So we are going to go ahead and get ourselves another archer, and we're going to get ourselves plenty of paths. Paths are king, because they let us connect way more things. Next up, we want to be going after this house up here, which is going to get us even more money. 20 per round for that as well. Do we actually have enough for another peasant? We do not. There are prestiges and all that stuff in this. We will be going through them. But for the most part, I just want to chill with a nice tower defense. And obviously, we're eventually going to get this spiraling around, so we actually have more exposure time for each of our units. It's going to take time to get there, but we should be fine. Do I want stronger cursor? Not really. I don't really care about stronger cursor. I want stronger archers. That way I don't actually have to pay attention to things. I know that's a dumb reason. Let's go ahead and get you. These cost coins. They don't cost crowns. We can go ahead and get a fisher cat. We'll go ahead and get 2 of those. We want to be getting as many crowns as possible. We've got those guys there. Obviously, we can go there and grab that one. We need to buy 1 butcher to get rid of this cat. These are like hard blocks, so they go away whenever you achieve their little objective. There are currently 14 cats in the demo, so you can see pretty decent amount of options there. But you guys just chill like that, and I will go. I think I'm going to start building this up to go the direction we want, or we could nab all those. Unfortunately, this is not going to happen anytime soon. Lasagna is going to keep sitting in our way there for ages. But we could start. Or do we get butcher first and then start getting from these? We also have you over there wanting 10 total crowns. As we achieve these, we get more bonfires, which shows us more zones. I'm going to go like so for now. We'll go ahead and loop it around up there. Don't have enough gold for anything else. He is 75. But right now, we should be getting, I want to say like, we should be getting a decent amount of gold. Because we have 3 houses connected with 3 peasants each. So that's probably going to be 90. And then we will have whatever kill bonus we get. Just 36%. That's still decent. It's a third of our stuff boosted back up. So I will go ahead and get more archer. I will get more arrow damage. And I will get more crit chance. And crit damage as well. Just to make them better. Because we definitely need to be killing a little bit faster. Let's go ahead and put fast forward on 3 times as well. Because we need to be strong enough to be able to take out the butchers. So we can actually start unlocking some of the rest of this stuff. Because that would actually make this one easier to connect to stuff. We somehow got rid of the one up there. I think it was number of crowns or something like that. Yeah, reach 10 total crowns and buy 1 peasant. So let's go Can't afford you. We can afford a couple of you guys, though. I'll go with that and get more paths. Okay, so this guy right here is going to be doing a little bit more. We're going to do 2 of them. We're going to be doing a little bit more work. Paths are going to keep working this way. In fact, we're probably going to have to put you there for now so we can connect the path to it on that side. Because we need, drum roll please, more enemies spawning. I suppose I should get a butcher now. I don't know if that's going to kill us or not. It very well could. But I'm going to go ahead and grab 1 butcher. We're going to grab another crossbow guy, and we're going to grab some paths. I don't really care too much about going down the cursor route. Because frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. So that got rid of Kiwi, which is the one that was there. Which means we can start working this way. We don't have fairies yet, so I can't do anything with them. That's probably our next unlock. Let's see what these butchers are like for us. Not too bad. Obviously, we're going to struggle a little bit with them because just how tanky the bastards are, but it's more money and more bodies. We don't really want a ton of them. We would rather have a ton of peasants. We'd also like some AoEs, but that's not going to happen anytime soon. Go and get a bunch of paths. We'll get some more peasants for a little bit more money. I will go ahead and grab another fisher cat. Even though they don't really... Do they do damage? I don't... Yeah, they don't do damage. They just slow. So you get to go there for now. Then we're going to lead you up this way for now. We're going to start this path down here. Because what I want to do eventually is probably have it go loop around this and possibly some stuff down there. Grab this, grab those, and then come into like a zigzag back into itself. That is my goal, at least. And I don't know what happens when your cat gets touched, believe it or not. I did not have that happen to me. Obviously, we could just flood ourselves with enemies and get a whole bunch that way. But I have a feeling this guy right here is going to be one of the last ones we get rid of. So we are going to go... You're 5, you're 5. Okay, so they stay their own amount. Okay, that's good to know. Let's get a bunch of paths. And I'll go a few more peasants. We should be able to hit that 1,000 gold one relatively soon. Let's go like so. And then we can have this go. Can I have you, please? Thank you. So that's touching all of those. Yeah, we're going to have to go like there. Which isn't really great. But we'll start working up that way. So now these are going to be looping all the way around that way. We'll eventually loop them through this. We want to slow there. We want archer, archer, archer. Long range guy, long range guy, long range guy, long range guy. Another frosty guy there just to slow them down even more. And we'll do a frosty guy there to slow down anything from these back lines. I'm not as afraid of these back lines as I am from this front part. Let's see what the next wave does. And hopefully we actually... Yeah, we might actually be able to kill off this front line before the back line gets here. Sweet. Yeah, longer path means more kill time for us, which is exactly where we need to be. I do appreciate that we essentially have a little heart shape here going on. So do we get enough for 1,000? No, we're going to hit like 800 something. Close. Oh, just barely. Okay, so we did get rid of the one that cost 1,000, which was another bonfire down there. Okay, so we have them lingering. We get by 10 fairies, 1 druid. That one wants a fairy. This one wants 500 enemies killed because he's a jerk face. I'm going to go ahead and get a fairy so we get more crowns per turn. I'm going to get extra gold from our guys. I'm just going to get a bunch of extra peasants. Because that seems fine to me. Obviously, we could bust out our cursor as well. You know what? Let's see what this looks like down here. So it's cursor attack speed. So we can boost the cursor attack speed as well. So we could make the cursor semi-strong relatively cheaply. You know what? Maybe I will actually pay attention to the cursor and just leave it here. So it does something to this intersection. But now we have various enemies showing up. So we have a much higher kill count, and we're going to be getting a lot more money per round. We do need to be slightly careful, because as we get more crowns, the enemies get tougher. That's why you're going to want to, whenever it pops up the stuff, actually go in and do a little bit of the not procedural, the prestiges. Let's go with another archer because it's cheaper. We'll go with I'm gonna go with a bunch of paths so we can get that thing going up at the top. And I'm not gonna bother with another fisher cat just yet. Doesn't really seem that pertinent to what I am trying to do here. Okay, so you're just going to go out. I don't think we have enough. 2, 3. Yeah, we don't have enough to get it over here because we need 2 more. 2 more roads. And then we can start dipping this down to grab these, which, if we could get rid of this guy. We could actually set it up to do another spiral there. It's just a matter of making the longest spiral from the nonsense. This is going to be a cluster right here, by the way. Just because both those are coming into this. I do wish it would give me more room to kind of build these up, but I understand that's part of the difficulty, Alzorath. Ta-da! We get all the murders. That guy's gonna be a problem. Okay, he almost got onto the carpet, which is not where we want him to be. It's already seeing 1,000 before the bonus, so we're probably gonna see about 2,000 from this run. Maybe like 1,800 if I had to take a wild guess. No, way higher. 2,400. Jesus. So that's going to get us another crossbow cat. I'm going to go for a bit more arrow damage. We're going to go more range on these guys as well. I'll go for some archer speed. We do need to be buying number of arrows soon, too. No, okay, so this one we can use crowns to unlock bards. Let's see what we have going on. We could get the next bonfire with a knight. That would not be a bad idea. We don't have enough for another road. Roads are going to cost $339 each. That's probably what we're going to be buying this round. That, or we're going to be buying multi-shot from the archers. Because we need AoE if we're ever going to cross 300. Unfortunately. That's just how it's going to roll. I do like the little leaves and stuff like that floating around. It just adds a bit of atmosphere to it. That's something a lot of games like this ignore, is just the little extra bonus details. Okay, so we got more crowns. Let's go for extra number of arrows. It's 7,500 for the next one. Jeebus. I'm going to go and get more archers because they are a big thing for us. And we're going to go and grab paths. And more cursor attack speed. Is there a limit to the number of these? It doesn't say. So we've got 4 roads. 1, 2, 3, 5. We can connect it to there. So this should be able to connect like that. And I'm going to go with more archers just like right along the front there. But I'm going to rearrange this entirely. So we need slow there. Let's go with a slow there. We'll go regular archers just all along this path. Because there are starter killers. These are going to go... I think they're actually going to go down this middle path. Because they're able to hit all that, and then you can just sit up there and get all that. Start a round. Yeah, if we can get them firing faster and at more, I'll be very happy. So we've got more fairies coming in through that bottom path. I do like that they're fast, because that causes them to separate from the just garbage down there. If we get more archers, we can start thinning them out before they get up to that top part as well. So I get a little less nervous, but frankly, it's not going to be a big deal. We forgot the ice guy down there. He's just kind of stuck. It'd be very good for slowing down the annoying little fairy characters. So enemy health is times 6. We could prestige now. Do I want to is the question. I'm going to get another archer. I'm going to get attack speed, cursor range, and cursor damage. You know what? No, we are going to go ahead with that. Go into here. Total crowns. Initial pass. Start with the game with 10 paths. Reduces enemies' base health by 25%. We currently have... How many crowns? We have 56. I'm going to go with initial paths. We're going to go enemy health down and multiply the damage of the cursor by the number of followers you have unlocked. Yes, sure, why not? And then archer range is going to cost 75, which we don't have access to at the moment. And it does just kind of like start us over. Okie dokie. So we have, of course, you coming in. And then we go like so. To get up to you. Looks like the cats stay unlocked. But we can't get over there. Okay, so that's actually going to make prestiging after we get... Okay. That's going to be interesting. Go ahead and get you. Yeah, that's going to make it so that when we prestige, we're going to be not having to worry about very much. Okay. Wow, we one-shot those guys. Let's go ahead and get some upgrades. Let's get archer cats. Get 2 archer cats. I'll go ahead and get peasants and some paths. Okay, and you guys are just going to start lining up there to do your thing. We do not have fairies yet, but we can start working that way. Currently are sitting at 3 peasants per round. Could boost our cursor damage as well, but I'm going to go with this. And the cursor damage is brutal. Okie dokie. We one-shot those little boogers with it. Let's go... We can't one-shot those guys with it unless we boost our damage. I'm going to get a few more paths. I'm going to get a couple archers, and we'll get 1 fish cat. We'll do cursor range and more damage as well, because if it's getting a just straight up freaking multiplier, that's going to be relatively busted. Yeah, we want to get to as many of these houses as possible in one little loop. So we need to get fairies soon, which is going to be Butcher Elites. I'm going to go ahead and grab one more path. And you require 10 peasants. We can get that relatively easy, too. And Slowcat is there. Next round! Yeah, getting 10 peasants would not be a bad pick just to get rid of that cat. Maybe I should be starting to focus in on getting rid of cats. Can only do it once. Oh, we can only prestige once. Okay, so I should have actually saved up my prestiges for a while. Let's go 2 more paths. Start. I don't know how much damage we are doing, because it's popping up how much gold they give us. I'm not seeing the damage indicator. So we could go cursor attack speed, range, and damage up, get some archers, get some paths, just continue on down this road. Another archer there. These are mostly going to be covering for what I miss with the cursor at this point. I suppose I should be getting more peasants. That would actually be not a terrible idea. Just get a crap ton of peasants. Because we do just one-shot them. So you're connected now. Currently sitting at 6 peasants. Peasants. And if we just leave it in front of the ice one, it should just automatically jib these guys. Are we just going to go all peasants? Probably not. That'd be a dumb thing to do, because we would really cut off our crowns. I'm not sure how I feel about it not letting you continue to prestige. But it is a demo, you got to cut it off somewhere. And we'll go another archer. There. Yeah, we're just working our way up to that. And is there a way to just... Is it enter? Is it tab? Nope. There is not a hotkey for start round. I would like one. That way I can just position my cursor where I want and just go with it. We do need to get up to 10 peasants. That's not going to actually save us any road, unfortunately, but it's fine. So there's that. Can we actually beat the knight? Probably, honestly. With the cursor damage boost, that's probably going to be a fairly decent thing to do. Let's go with cursor damage. We'll go another peasant. Don't know how many peasants we're up to. I think we're at 9. Okay. More road. Been connected. I am betting there's going to be an undead that comes out of that. So we will buy nothing else. And yeah, with the big AoE just cursor going on with a multiplier based on how many dudes we have unlocked, I don't think they're getting by. I don't think there's anything that can just like survive it. If we can get up to a large enough multiplier, then not even the butchers will get past us. But I don't think we have enough of a multiplier to actually do that just yet. But we are going to get one. There's our 10 of those. There's our cursor damage up. And I'll go ahead and get some arrow damage and some crossbow cats. Just for a little bit more protection. Got Sophie done. And then next round, we should be able to do the next house up there, and we'll be able to get fairies. So, yeah, I don't think we one-shot the butchers. We almost do, which actually surprises me a little bit. They have, what? How much life? They tanky boys. Yeah, they have 30 health. Knight has 125. So we're going to have to be very much aware of that. So that's going to go doot, doot, and doot. So now we have that loop going through. We could try to come down here and get this house, but I think our next unlock is actually fairy. Then we get more paths, so we can actually branch that one off down at the bottom. We'll go ahead and get some crit chance there, and another crossbow cat. The crossbow cat, just there, I guess. So you guys go like so. Like that. Then we start getting this going into this little area, because we'll be able to... We need to get a druid to get Oreo out of the way. But what we're going to want to do is move this up like this, so we don't have it just automatically going into that. Okay, so the fairies, I think we do one-shot the fairies. In fact, we might be, if we get another upgrade to our click, we should be able to upgrade and one-shot the butchers. The thing we're not going to be able to one-shot is the blasted knights. But I do think this is the path to it. So we could delve out to the right over there, but I think we're better off going at the bottom first. Because once we unlock a knight, we should get another bonfire, which should let us maybe adjust our pathing a little bit more. There's a bunch of crowns. Get the druid. He's got 60 health. He's going to be kind of hard to kill. That's also going to get us more paths. We get ourselves attack speed. We'll get the number of arrows up next time. I didn't improve my click, unfortunately. We are going to go ahead and put another archer there. See how this goes. I should get another Frosty, now that I think about it. But unfortunately, I am not doing that. But I think we might be okay. Here comes the druids. I mean, we already killed one druid. It came out of this forest that's right next to us, but slightly curious how it would handle multiples, and it handled multiples fine. So that's 5 grand, and we're going to get whatever multiplier now. We also have stuff going on to the right. I have a feeling that's where the next bonfire is either going to be here or here. I am willing to guess. Unless it decides to be cheeky and just put it down there next to that one that we've already sort of seen. So let's go a little bit more cursor damage. We'll go a little bit of extra gold. We need a 10,000 for that guy. We're actually not that far off of that. Attack speed, we'll get some more arrow damage. We'll get a couple more paths. Attack speed, crit chance, and crossbows. We'll go ahead and get a Fisher Cat as well. Just for another slow. Just to kind of stack it in there so that they're slowed by the time they get to where our cursor usually is. You get to shoot there, and this should go up to there, so we get another one of those. So now we have everything coming in on those, and it's a matter of time. Just, oh yeah, we can get that one connected. We, however, cannot get this one connected because Alvin is in the way. Although this round might be enough to do this. And this round might actually be enough to get Alvin out of our hair. So that'd be another origin. Now, as far as them bunching up based on these two like converging paths down there at the bottom, I'm not as worried about that because they'll also have a lot more time to be softened. That makes life about 1,000,000 times easier for me. And that got us our 10,000 to get rid of a cat. Sweet. Also means we can get a knight now. I don't know if the knight's going to be doable, but we're going to try. You know what? Knight. Place your own spawners for 25 grand. Okay. That's going to be you. I'm going to go ahead and get a few more fairies. Get a few more peasants. I'm going to get bigger cursor damage and cursor range. And we will go for arrow speed on the crossbow cats. And start leaning into that. So crossbow cat number whatever billion. You go there. That connects down there. Where do the knights come from? They come from these houses. So we're going to have one knight to deal with right there at the very front, which is going to suck a little bit. But what are the rest of these? That one needs 500 enemies killed, 20 crowns in a single round. We might be... No, we're getting 16 right now. So it's our next bonfire. Unlock and defeat a knight. So after this one, we should see a bit of more of the map at least. Oh, knight. There you go. We got one of the knights. We got another knight. Knights are scary little boogers. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and just soften them up along the way as well. They're fast too is the big issue with them. So 20 grand on that round. Plus whatever we get on the bonus. Oh, so the knight is just reaching the end of this. Okay, we'll continue. So that got us, okay, got us the map down here. Reach 100 total crowns. Probably going to get that one. This one is a blue one. That is going to be another type of spawner. Okay, I see what they're smoking. Is that going to actually connect? Yes. So all of those are connected. So we can get 19 per round. Where is the 20th? Whose connection am I missing? There is a connection that I'm missing, and I'm not sure where it's gonna be. Because we've already got forest there. Got all those. All these houses. This is a nothing. Doesn't spawn anything yet. Actually, I know what it's going to be. It's going to be the house. Enemies spawn faster. Does it again and again? No, we're not taking that. We're going to go ahead and just take a bunch more peasants. And a few more fairies. Because we want to get rid of that other cat. And we're going to do arrow piercing. Fire mage. Ooh. Fire damage. I'll take a few fire mages. Let's go. Oh, they've got range. I have a feeling they're not going to do a lot of individual damage, but they've got range. Attack speed, projectile. Okay, so it's just a fireball. It doesn't say damage that they do. So maybe these guys actually do damage. Let's go there. So that's going to get us 20 per round. Which will get rid of you. My goal right now is to get the 14 cat achievements. We need 100,000 to actually get done with the nonsense, though. Which is not going to be an easy one to get, I don't think. Especially with the knights getting so close to our cat. Because they have the health multiplier on them. And they have high health to begin with. I don't think we're going to get the 100k one, sadly. No! They woke the cat! Bastards. So we don't get a multiplier if it's them. That sucks. Well, we'll get more arrows on you guys. Get way more arrow damage. We'll get crit chance and crit damage. I think I should probably be upgrading my attack as well. So another Fisher Cat, and actually, wrong one. Let's go with you there. We just have constant slow. You get to go there. Yeah, I think we need to boost our damage so that we can take out those stupid knights a little bit faster. Oh, those are cross-formation attackers. They aren't even... I thought they would target something, but they didn't. Okay. Well, I'm going to just be moving back along the path trying to get these knights not to be complete dicks. Oh, we're getting close to that 300. We got 252. Was it 300 or was it 500? It might have been 500. 500 enemies. So we got 20 crowns and we reached 100 total crowns. So that leaves us with 3 cats. We've got kill 500, 100,000 gold, and buy 10 fairies. I can do the 10 fairies. There's that one done. I think we want more archers with our crowns. And I want more cursor damage. Get that multiplier working for us. Okay, there's cursor attack speed. We'll go ahead and do some arrow piercing. We will do number of attacks per second on the crossbow guys, just so they can do a little bit more work. And we're going to go ahead and get some more slowdown cats. So another archer. We get rid of that crossbow cat. We're going to put an archer there. We're going to get another Fisher Cat and put it here. And you guys are just going to be all ganged up on whatever happens here. Okay, so that is... I think we are one-shotting knights even, possibly? No, we're not. We're damaging them, but we're not one-shotting them. Taking out all the fluff, though. In one shot. Okay, so that leaves 2 cats left to get. We need 100,000 in a round. Our best so far has been 57,000. So I think, and we also need the 500 enemies, and then we are good. Okay, so that's getting up there in damage. I'll take another target on you. Let's go... Peasants. We'll get butchers as well. Butchers are not a bad investment. We'll even take another path. Because you're just down there, aren't you? Yeah. Although we don't really have much we can do. We're just going to be stacking up a bunch of guys out here on the fringe. So 2 more achievements. Lasagna and Michoju. And then we have achieved our goals. Get rid of these guys. As soon as the night spawns, I need to be back up here, but softening them up means that we'll have more... Oh, almost got us there. Definitely need more damage for the archer cats. Because my cursor is not actually going to be able to do everything. So I think really the path we should be going is more houses. Enemy health is 112 times. Jesus. That costs 60... Oh. 54 gold shy. 54 gold shy. I'm going to boost my own damage. And then we're going to get some more friends. I think we go with archers first and fire mages. Go and get a butcher just to add more enemies. The archer goes there. Crossbow cat goes there. Fire bastard goes there. Since these are just cross-shaped attacks, I think we want to be doing this number. Actually setting them up to where they can do good stuff. Although, that's not going to go as far as I hoped, but... And you get to go there, so you're constantly shooting up that. Yeah, you can go there. There's at least a little bit of a straight line. Obviously, as we start setting up stuff later, we're going to be in a lot better situation to just prepare the nukes. Yeah, just get things less saturating for our archers. Get rid of you before you get to... Oh, nope. Okay, we don't have enough firepower to stop it before it gets the cat from that one opening, sadly. Oh, what do I actually want to do? Because now we have the issue of... One thing we could do... But we would have to touch that. Yeah, I'm going to strip everything out. This is going to be a little bit arduous. We can't remove that house. I think we can remove the one house that we bought, though. Yeah, we didn't get our multiplier. It doesn't seem like the enemy health went up, though, from that one. So it kind of pauses us at that one until we can actually beat it. Which is kind of where we want to be. We got the houses. Where did we actually put the extra house? I think it was up there in the top right. We have all this stuff. This is all of our resources. So what we want to do, grab that. Go up this way. So that gives us a kill box. Then we come down this way to these. Then we have all of these coming through next. We can go up this way and just ignore those. And that connects everything, and we still have 3 paths left. So we could add more length, which is going to be... Where would we add the length? Possibly... Nope, that doesn't do anything for us. Can we really add it anywhere? Not with just one path, we can't. Does that actually... Nope, that just goes straight in as well. So what we could do is that... And have this go... But it's just going to connect there. That does give us, I think, a little bit more space to mess with. So we can have you there. We can have Frost Guy there, there, there. And probably there. We do a regular archer there. Just all along this end point. So it's constantly doing fire there. We get crossbow guys with at least enough overlap to be able to hit both of those. Get fire there, there, and there. That shoots up that. We can't place anything in the smoke there, unfortunately. Think we can do... Can I get you connected? Not really, sadly. We have one too few. Can we afford another road? Yes. That will work. So that's going to connect there. That means we put Firecat there. Another Slow Cat down there just as a little bit of extra coverage. Firecat there. And what else can we get? We can't do more cursor damage. We can do cursor attack speed, though. Let's try that. That way we're taking out pretty much everything except for the knights. Essentially, not necessarily in one hit, but fast enough that we can handle it. Okay, so yeah, if we can get rid of the knights before the like close knights, which is from these two houses right here, we're good. The problem is, I don't know if we're going to be able to handle the next wave, because it already was getting closer than I wanted. We have to pretty much just guarantee that we go straight for cursor damage, or we go for the houses so we can get another set of spawns. Because each of these adds 21 to it. We need 500. Could do house waves. We would have to sell stuff somehow. I think cursor attack speed will go like that for 2. Get ourselves another crossbow cat. I'm not going to invest in any of those just yet. Crossbow cat, where can you go? There is fine. So 200 and some odd. Yeah, there is going to just be a hard point where we just can't get past without having the non-demo stuff. But can I get those last 2 achievements? Don't think so, sadly, because we're going to just... The scaling is what's going to just completely raffle stomp us. Because as you can see, they're already getting... I think next wave they're going to be able to get our cat. Obviously, we could just grind up more money and get like a massive multiplier on our clicker to get to the next one, but... Just not pretty. There's 330. 62,000. That does get us to our 100,000. So we could get house waves. Hopefully that actually counts as 2. And we'll go ahead and get the extra gold there. We'll just get a whole bunch of peasants. Crossbow cats. Because I am slightly curious what happens whenever we get all of these done. I am not confident that we're going to kill the knights, though. We're currently at 100 and some odd. The double spawn, I think, does work to our advantage if we can take out these knights. No, we're not going to be able to take out these knights. We didn't even get them halfway. Here's second round. Did space just cause it to do another round of spawns? I think it might have. You shall see. Yeah, it's going to be the same difficulty. I might as well just get as many as I can before they die to get our money. Let's go. Click damage. Go cursor attack speed. Our minions are just not worth anything to us at the moment. Kind of sucks a little bit. Yeah, space, I think, is just selecting the last thing we selected. Feels very strange to me. And nothing else is really that scary right now. Except for the knights. Still don't think that's going to be enough. Nope. We got him closer. It's just going to be several rounds of this, unfortunately, if we want to get these achievements. I do think the scaling aspect is a bit of a pain in the ass. I don't know how I feel about it. I understand why they do it. I would rather see it scale with just enemy types. Let the trash mobs be trash mobs. They don't need to be persistent and capable throughout. Because there's literally nothing I can do other than just sit here and hope my grinding works. I could sit here on the same difficulty and just boost extra gold up. Just not get anything as far as important enemies go. Anything that would let us win, and we could just sit here and farm gold, period, at this difficulty. The thing is, I can't proceed to reset it. So that is something that is going to be different in the full game. Go ahead and get rid of all the trash, just to get more kills out there. And yeah, do we actually get the knights? Nope. Let's get more bodies. More fairies, more peasants. I'll go ahead and get crit chance on you guys and some more arrow speed because we can afford it. We are literally just trying to get up to... So we've got 40... Okay, so that's good. It's counting both waves. So that means that we are going to be getting... I don't know how many houses we have. I will check. We don't do enough damage to take out the knights. So right now I am literally just going for resources. Yeah, do we do enough? Negative Ghost Rider. We're getting closer, but still not there. Okay, so 23,000. I do think 2 points into that would be enough. Let's go... So right now, let's back up out of this. We have how many houses? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 houses, 10 houses. So that, if we actually got a victorious one, would put us at 480 kills from them. Would we be getting 20 from the forest? Yes. So it is just, we just have to win and we get 500. Thing is, do we get the gold? Maybe. This crit damage shouldn't be enough to push us over, thankfully. The only other option I have would be make a new path out like this, up there. But we would actually have to encounter this, I think. Yeah, we would. If we actually wanted to get it into our list of stuff. Because... maybe. Yeah, we'd have to connect it here. Never mind. Yeah, I wish I could move this, but that's going to be something probably for much, much later. And let's go ahead and try again, mother... butt chunks. Yeah, we're not even one-shotting the fairies at the moment. We're doing fine against them. I don't think they're buffing up in between. I should probably keep a closer look on that stuff. Are we going to be able to get these guys? Nope. That's because we haven't upgraded our main thing there. So we're at 406 is the multiplier. I need to remember that for the next round. The 406 is the multiplier. We're going to get more extra gold. We're going to get cursor range up. We're going to get faster attack speed on you guys. Arrow piercing and arrow speed, because why not? So just more gold, more gold, more gold, so we can get that 100,000 on a single run, hopefully. But yeah, 406 is what we had on the last one. I need to remember that so I can see whether we are actually seeing an improvement in enemy durability or not. Because if we are, then we're just going to be behind the 8-ball the entire time. Okay, so it stays as long as you're losing. Okie dokie. I can work with that. And we will go for crossbow range. We can boost their attack speed as well. Don't want to do that just yet, because that could push us. It's not going to push us over, but if we get their attack damage and stuff like that up, it could push us past it. I do think the play on this, if you are going to play the demo, is to hang out getting crowns as long as you bloody well can. As long as you can endure it. And then Yeah, just hang out getting crowns as long as you can before you prestige. And then just raffle stomp. There's another one there. We'll go ahead and get more of you guys. Let's get Archer attack speed twice. And I'll go ahead and get fire whatevers. Start round. We're not getting crowns on this, so we don't ever get more towers. But we can make our stuff stronger. Yeah, my goal is 50 grand before dying, before we try and make it where we are just the beasts. We should probably hit like 40 on this one. Nope, we hit 36. That's still not terrible. We're getting closer. That's going to be more gold there. I'll go more archer attack speed, more crit damage. Why? Because we can. We need to be getting one of those gold things per round, but... yeah, I need to be coming down here and getting these to make sure we can get as much money out of each of these as possible, because we are getting kills down there. You can see it by the gold going up to our bar up there. So yeah, it's about 30-something each. I do think we'll hit 100,000 if we get the double waves. So that's as high as we can take the extra gold on a single round. These are 16,000. I'm going to go more cursor range. Then we'll lean into the other stuff. Crit chance and crossbow attack speed. And we'll just buy whatever we can because might as well. I do wonder if the towers can ever get up to a point where they are viable for this. Yeah, I'm trying to take out more stuff down here first. If we get a big enough range, we can get a lot more money. Okay, so yeah, we're getting a lot closer to that 50 grand. That should pretty much guarantee it if we can get rid of the bastards. So more cursor damage. We'll go ahead and grab ourselves some more peasants. And piercing. This might actually be enough. There does not seem to be a cap on the upgrades either. It's just an ever-scaling amount of money. So that leads me to believe that the game might technically end up being endless, at least as far as how much the enemies scale and how much you can scale, which is fine. The thing that I would be interested in finding out is if the map can be procedurally generated. That was not enough. That was not enough, you little bastards. Got those. We can get some more butchers. Go and increase your range. Make them have nasty range. Make them shoot all the way across the map. that will take a lot of upgrades. I don't think we're going to get that. But I do think we are going to get the last two on this. I think we get 500 enemies just by the simple fact of... I think there's going to be 500 enemies on the first wave. I don't know if it counts both waves, but... okay, can we kill you guys? Almost getting... we're getting so freaking close. They're down to just like a freaking sliver. It's driving me bonkers. Now it is us trying to just push that 406 times. I think I want this there. And yeah, the click speed is amazing on it. The big trick is we are just losing to these initial two knights. Everything else is just whatever. And then we should be good if we can take it out. Can we? Nope, almost. We are getting so freaking close, yet so freaking far. It's just bloody ridiculous. Click and click. Go ahead and get more damage there. I think the only way to really get the archers and stuff like that would be to go through the crit route. The rest of the minions don't seem to really have that going, so it's just meh. As soon as we get this, we should clear those last 2 achievements. But yeah, it's just whatever. Please let us get these knights down. Did we get him? Yeah, we got him. Sweet. So we got the 500 enemies. We've got the knights. We should hit the 100k even without the bonus. Those backline ones are making me nervous. Yeah, they're getting close. I'm actually surprised they got that close. Yeah, we got this. We've got this. I don't think they're gonna squeeze through, are they? And yeah, that is all 14 of them done. We've gotten all the cats cleared. Cats in the Cradle and the Silver Spoon, all of them failed to jump over the moon. Go and get some houses to place. I think that is pretty much everything we can do now. We're not going to be able to kill them on this wave because they've got practically double the life they did last time. So I think that is going to be where we call it. Pretty neat concept. Not sold entirely on this health scaling thing. It just scales based on the total number of crowns. I understand that. Obviously, some of the upgrades will curb that. I wish I could go back and look at this tree more so I could show that off and talk about it. This tree looks like it's going to be decently bigger. We've got several unknown nodes. We've got a bard there. We've got several house boosts. Could go more house waves if we wanted to for 1.2 million. But we do not scale as fast as the enemy, so it would be generally a bunch of grinding to get more points going for us. So I'm not going to bother with that. So keep gaming, have fun, peace out. I enjoyed this. Hopefully you guys did too, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.